about what is in our hands. Now what can I do about it? How do I keep healthy? So the first step to keep healthy, consume high fibrous food. Very important. Consume food which is fibrous. So what happens like salads? When I eat high fibrous food does not allow the sugar of the food to be released fast in the blood. Suppose I have a pizza. The maida will release the sugar fast in the blood and it creates a problem. But if I have a pizza on which I have put a layer of salad, that salad prohibits the pizza base from releasing the sugar fast in the blood. So with every meal, I must have one bowl of salad. It creates fibers in the system, and fibers clean out the digestive tract also. They slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, they slow down the absorption of fats, and they don't allow the sugar to be released fast in the blood. So salads are very important for every meal. Don't have 1 teaspoon of salad, have a half a bowl of salad. And eat low glycemic food. Don't eat that food which releases sugar fast in the blood. Now we can't say don't have pizza, don't have this, but limit it, have it very restricted, if you're having it 4 times a week, have it once a week. So at least your body will not be damaged 4 times a week. So that is the first thing which is in our conscious control. This is a chart. Actually what we need every day, we need about 8 to 10 glasses of water, 2.5 liters of water. People say just drink water, but that is also not good. If you drink 5-10 liters of water every day, you will be diluting all your salts of the body. So you must drink about 8 to 10 glasses of water. Second is, now we need 13 vitamins and 11 minerals, 24 things in all. No one fruit or vegetable contains even 1/4 of them. That is why we must have at least 4 servings of vegetables and 4 to 5 servings of fruits in a combination throughout the day, so that we try and attempt to cover the maximum range of vitamins and minerals. That is why don't eat just 1 sabji for lunch and 1 for dinner. Try to have a combination of 2-3 things so that you cover a maximum range of vitamins and minerals. The third thing you need in lesser proportion is carbohydrates. If you go to McDonald's restaurant, you will see this whole chart reversed. Actually, they give carbohydrates the most importance because the food contains maximum carbohydrates. Okay, now carbohydrates we need not worry. Whatever you eat will have carbohydrates. Everything has carbohydrates and except water. Everything has calories. So we need not worry about carbohydrates or calories. We take more calories than what we need. Actually we need about 1800 to 2000 calories every day for our activity. Now if we take more than 2000 and we don't burn it off, it accumulates in the body. Every accumulation of around 7000 calories creates 1 kilogram of body weight. So when my weight increases by 1 kilogram, it means I have consumed 7000 calories extra. It is very easy to consume 7000 calories extra. Every day I consume 1000 calories more. 1 pastry contains 600 calories. 2 gulab jamuns contain 250 calories. 1 samosa contains 300 calories. If I walk from Nariman Point to Chowpatty, I burn 350 calories. If I have 1 pastry after that, I am having 600 calories. So it is very easy to consume more calories. But to reduce 1 kilo, you will have to burn out 7000 calories. You can burn maximum 1500, 1600 a day. So how will you burn out 7000 extra to lose 1 kilo? So it's very easy to put on weight, but it is very difficult to lose weight. And second thing, it is very easy to put on weight and very difficult to lose weight at the places you would want to also. It becomes more difficult. Then we need proteins. 1 gram per kilo of body weight. 70 kilos weight, 70 grams good proteins. Actually, non-veg contains proteins, but it also contains a lot of toxins with it. So you should get proteins from all sources, veg, non-veg and dairy proteins. Fats, we need only 2 chammach a day, 2 teaspoons a day. That is the ideal quantity of fat we need. But actually how much fat we consume, we only know actually. And it is this fat which accumulates in our blood vessels in the form of cholesterol, in the form of lipids, and it narrows down the blood vessels. And then what happens? Blood has to go through the narrow blood vessels. So it creates more pressure and your BP rises. Then when the blood vessels become still narrow and they get blocked, it causes an attack. If it gets blocked in this region, you get a heart attack. If it gets blocked in this region, you get a paralytic stroke. Both are equally fatal. So it is better to have less of oil than to have these irreversible diseases coming to us. And sweets, we need only 75 calories. That is all our requirement for the day. The second thing, to keep healthy, eat 4 times a day. Don't eat 2 heavy meals. Like we say, I'll eat in the afternoon and at night. Don't eat 2 heavy meals. Eat 4 times a day. In the morning, when your metabolism is very active, when your systems are active, eat breakfast like a king. In the afternoon, have your lunch like an ordinary man. And in the evening, have your dinner like a beggar. That is the quantity-wise you must have your food. Because in the evening, what happens? The metabolism of the body slows down. And if you eat a lot of food, the digestion process is also slow. And so food doesn't get digested properly. And undigested food is converted by the body into fats and stored as fat. So eat 4 times a day. If you eat 4, see, the body has a tendency of survival. So what it does, it is not secure when it will get its next meal. So it always tries to convert all the food into fat and store it up. In case of emergency, you don't get food to eat, it can use that fat. So if you eat 4 times a day, the body gets a signal. Okay, no, food is coming in regularly, not twice but 4 times. So it refuses to store up any more fat and it automatically burns up that fat. So we must eat 4 times a day. Third thing is avoid excess food intake. This is a very important law. Previously, people used to die from starvation. Today, people are dying from overeating. The world has enough for every man's need. It doesn't have enough for every man's greed, actually. So, we must avoid excess food intake. Means when we eat, we must eat always with half our stomach full. 1/4 must be water and 1/4 must be empty. Now, if you look at a local train in the morning, how it is packed, people just you can't move if you pick your leg up, there's no place to put it down again. So, if we eat in such conditions and we pack our stomachs to that extent, where will the food move to be digested also? So, the food will be totally undigested. So, avoid excess food intake. The 4th law of keeping healthy, chew your food 32 times while eating. This is the most important law of nutrition. Why they say 32 times? It is not an old age saying, okay, you have 32 teeth, eat 32, chew it 32 times. There are many reasons. The first reason is sugar is digested only in the mouth. The food we eat mixes with the saliva. The saliva contains an enzyme which is called ptyalin. Ptyalin digests the sugar. After it is swallowed, sugar is not digested at all. So it is very good for diabetics also that they chew their food a lot so it remains in the mouth, exposed to saliva where the sugar is digested. The second thing, when you chew your food more, it's broken up into smaller bits. Smaller bits are easier to digest than big boulders. Third thing, if you chew your food more, it gets broken into smaller bits, so the surface area of digestion increases. I cut an apple in 2, I get 2 areas. If I cut it in 20, I get 20 different areas over which digestion can take place. Digestion takes place only on the surface areas. So if the food is chewed and made into small bits, more digestion takes place. Another law is that, which I learned from a religious head. He told me, Mernoj, when you eat food, you know you are eating, but your brain does not know that you are eating food. The brain comes to know after 15 minutes that food is going in the stomach. So if I've eaten very fast, my brain is not aware and I have overloaded my stomach already and I feel uncomfortable. But if I chew my food 32 times or say quite a few times, It takes me 15 minutes to eat. My brain comes to know that food is going in. It shuts off my appetite centers and I feel like eating no more. So I never overeat. So that is the importance of eating food, chewing food a lot before you eat. In Wardha, there is an ashram